Okay, basic procedure for setup and aligning a fixture to do a part. Here we have the alignment kit, and we have a couple of hinge parts that we're going to do. We're going to assemble these hinges by putting a rivet through there, putting the parts together and riveting that. The fixture that we're going to use is a simple post fixture and a 3-jaw chuck, which we use to clamp the post into position. Your fixture might be a plate with a post or whatever, but this is the simplicity of this. And step one would be determine the stroke that you're going to need, the distance between the head when it's in the up position, so that you can comfortably get the part into the fixture and run it. We're determining we need about 1 inch so that your hand can get in there comfortably and quickly and do the work without using up the entire stroke of the head. So once that's determined, you come over here and set the power head stroke adjustment knob to the stroke that you are looking for. Here we've set 1 inch, and this is in thousandths of an inch. We've decided 1 inch is enough clearance for us. Then, with the fixture removed or not underneath the head, with the fixture not in place, with the orbital head and the peen in place, we're going to lower this head in manual. Go to the manual screen, depending on what machine you have, and advance the head. So it's in the down position at 1 inch stroke. Then we're going to go over to the side here. Loosen the dovetail gimp by loosening these screws. The head's held up with a jack screw in here, and this turns the jack screw and cranks the head up or down for rough location. With the head down, we're going to slide the fixture underneath it or put it in place with the part in there and gently snug down the bolts. You don't want them tight, you just want it generally in position, kind of in location. Then, using the power head jack screw, you lower the head or raise the head so that when your part and your fixture are roughly centered underneath there, you're going to lower it down until you make contact and touch. Now you're at your max, your 1 inch stroke. You can't go any further than what you have it set at, so you know you're not going to crash. Lock down the power head. Again in manual, move the head up, turn the head back up, and now you're roughly in location. Remove the part. We're using a 3/16 Allen wrench to put through the quill cap here, through the hole in the quill cap, and then rotate the spindle till you find the hole in the spindle, and this locks the spindle in place so that you can remove the orbital head. Take the spanner wrench, put it in the orbital head, loosen the orbital head and remove it. Go to the alignment kit. Here you have a spindle adapter, indicator holder, and an indicator. You also have a rod that you can use to extend this if your stroke is much higher or your orbital head is longer. You're going to take the adapter, thread it on the spindle. Remove the pin, the Allen wrench. Next, you're going to take the indicator holder, clamp it to the spindle adapter so that you have, now this is all adjustable. There's a dovetail clamp here. Next, you're going to take the indicator, which has dovetails on the front and the back and the top, and determine where to clamp it based on what you think is the best position to hold this. In our case, I'm going to clamp it to the back so that we can tram the fixture in like this. Slide with this thumb screw loose, slide the dovetail in the clamp, then tighten the thumb screw. Lower and position the indicator so that the needle is touching the pocket or the placement, whatever you're fixturing, that's going to central what you're forming. The needle's adjustable as well. You can move the needle in position so that it's relatively parallel to the head. You've only got a revolution and a half on this indicator, so you want to go about 3/4 of a revolution. You can turn the dial to set your zero where desired, and then get yourself about 3/4 of a rotation so that you've got travel. Next, with your hand, gently rotate the spindle adapter to check the tram of the head. We are -5, +3 in the XY position. Okay, the object is to find the high point, loosen the fixture, or have it gently snug. At the high point, tap so the needle goes half the distance it's out of tram. So it's out about 6 thousandths. We're going to tap it 3 that way, and then rotate it again to check the tram. You go front to back, do it until you get somewhere within 1 to 2 thousandths of max travel, depending on how accurate you need to be. So 0 is perfect, 0 movement is perfect. And we're within a 1/2 thousandth there, so we're going to tighten the fixture down. Tighten the fixture down, double check it, make sure it's still good. Remove the indicator, remove the indicator holder. Using the 3/16 Allen wrench, we put it back in the quill cap, lock the spindle, remove the spindle adapter, and replace the orbital head. Remove the pin. Now we're ready to do a cycle. Take the rivet, put it in the part, set it in the fixture. With the machine set in auto, and our dwell settings in all the way we want them to be. In this particular case, we have 1 second dwell time. We're going to go to the auto screen. In auto mode, Run a cycle. Since we were just barely touching with the peen and the stroke, now we need to add stroke until we get the head form proper. I'm going to add $25,000 and re-hit it. So look at the head, it still needs to come down some. Let's add another 25. Maybe just a little more.